Fist's Hood Story
Yes, my
Time
people.
Church Beef, the start of a
So
chain of
this
events.
episode, I want to talk about the starting of one of our longest, craziest, slyly ongoing, but not really, beefs. And because of that, I can't really go too deep into certain details, but yeah, I want to just talk about the starting of it, how it started up, just to give people an idea of how, simple these things can be, you know what I mean? Because this one's been going on for about 15 years. I wouldn't really say it's ongoing right now, but it's not dead, if you know what I'm saying. It hasn't been deaded yet, so, you know what I mean? It's basically ongoing, But yeah, I'm not going to mention the name, but yeah, basically, this beef, if you know, innit? So me and my brethrens, these times, I think this was around about the times when we started 9 to 5. So if you've listened to my old videos when I explained when we started 9 to 5, that was about 06 times. So it was around them times, if not a year or two later. I'd say around them times, 06, 07 times, yeah. So there's a party. There's a party in a church, like in Clapton. You get me? So what we've done, we've actually rounded up at my house. It's man from Pembury, but they weren't Pembury. They kind of come to us. You know what I mean? They started rolling with us. There was about four man that was from like E8, 4 or 5 men from like Pembury sides and E8, and that was rolling with us around them times. They kind of got recruited. You get me? So I remember one of them. He's a Pembury boy now, but he was Pembury. Then he come to us. Then madness happened, and he went back over them sides. But yeah, I remember he was at my yard. He was gassed. Everyone basically come and linked up at my yard, and we just all got tools. So whether that was screwdrivers, yanks, butterfly knives, whatever. You get me? We all just tooled up at my yard and was like, yeah, cool, we're gonna go up there. And at the time we didn't have smoke with them like that, but we knew it could get smoky in it. They got a bag of man around there, so but we're going in it.
Fist's Hood Story
So
Time
yeah,
Church Beef, the start of a
so
chain of
we
events.
rounded up. I'd say about 15 of us. There's probably about 15 of us. We rounded up from my yard. Everyone tooled up from. I can't remember what it was. I don't even know where my parents was that night, because there was a bag of us in my yard. I remember in my front room. We just all, everyone made sure they had tools, because I used to have one rucksack I used to carry, and I used to do plumbing and that in college, innit? So I used to have files, chisels, fucking hammers, screwdrivers. I had bare tools in my bag. Like bare, literally just pure tools. And that's how I used to roll to college and that, you get me? So yeah, when the man them come to, obviously my dad does all that shit. So I just had bare tools in my yard. So everyone just come to my yard, we tooled up, and then we walked there. You get me? We walked to the church. When we've got there now, they're not letting us in. Obviously a bag of man, certain man are ballied up and whatnot. Then certain people have clocked, oh, it's them, man, you get me? Obviously we're known for trouble and whatnot. But we didn't have problems with them, man. So we're outside now, trying to get in. I think about 3 4, I remember my brethren climbed through the window. Somehow he got through the window, you get me? So I think about 3 or 4 men ended up getting in there, yeah? But obviously, because only a couple mans got in there, these men are moving a bit shaky with them inside. Like, you get me? The youths are moving like, trying to bad man up inside there, you get me? Because there's only a couple men, but they don't know that there's more of us outside. You get me? Because it was Ram. So I think something's ended up happening inside. A little something's ended up happening, a little madness. And one of my brethrens, my same brethren, I can't remember if I've spoken about it before. If not, I'm going to have to do a video about it. But one of my brethrens, he's the reason for a lot of these problems that we've had. So yeah, my man's just, I don't know what exactly's happened, but it's ended up spilling outside. So it's spilled outside now, and it's just on. We're on the high road, it's just on. It's getting, you get me? It's getting cracking now. Like but it's not just them. It's a couple other ends that we kind of had a little passes with, and it's just going off. It's just going off to the point where it's come out, and man didn't even know it was man's brethren that was having madness, because we've kind of got pushed back, and then we realised it's the man them that it's just all gone off. You get me? It's gone crazy. Man's mashing guys up and like looking for the man them and this and that, and then man's clocking other youths that are getting involved, and man's saying, Ross, like, no one really knows what's going on, you get me? Then bare feds have come, man's had to dash man shit, everyone's scattering. And I remember my brethren ended up boring one of them in his face, sliced him up in his face and that. And then yeah, that beef there was born from there. It was like rocky before, but that was it. The beef was born from then. And ever since that, it's just been smoky. And we are where we are now.
Fistz Hood Story
Yes,
Time
people.
Church Beef.
Sorry about
The
part
start of
3
a chain of
before.
events.
I said something in it and they wouldn't let me post it. So it's up. It was up, but it's there's no sound to it, and I just clocked. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on something quickly that I've mentioned in this video, like the part 2. Yeah, I just want to say basically a lot or majority of the beefs that we had growing up all stemmed from bullshit. Like, they all stemmed from like either two man wanting to be the main guy, probably from different ends, thought they was the main guy and ended up clashing, or just two people even just having a misunderstanding. And it could be as little as one man might have just been brought up a certain way where the way he talks is just disrespectful or a bit disrespectful. You might have had a different upbringing. So all it might have taken is a conversation and someone there to straighten out, Ross, you know, my man's not really saying it like that. Or, you know, someone's misinterpreted the way something's been said, or, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the time it's that. So just know what you're doing, because a lot of the time you can avoid shit getting to a certain stage. It doesn't always have to get there. Obviously, certain times it's that, innit? But, you know, like I said before, I'm not here to preach and tell anyone what to do and what not to do. But what I would say is just know what you're doing, because a lot of these beefs, you know, and what I would say as well, women are the start of a lot of beef, trust me. More than you would know, or more than you would believe, and more than certain people even realise. When you look back on it and you think, Ross, this started because my man done whatever with my man's girl, or, you know what I'm saying, my man's slapped someone's sister, or, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the time it starts because of girls, a violation to a girl or something. So yeah, man, just know what you're doing, because things can flip very easily. You know what I'm saying? And one thing can turn to another, where man are guying at man with, you know, it turns from an argument to a man gets punched in his face. Then he comes back and stabs someone. Then that one goes back and shoots. And then now it's crazy. Someone's dead when you was friends a month ago. You know what I mean? So just know what you're doing, man, because, you know, not everyone's going to be as lucky as I am. Like I said, I've managed to navigate my way through a lot of fuckery and stay out of jail. But, you know, everyone's not always that lucky. You know what I mean? Me and one or two of my boys have managed to stay out, but majority of my boys have been to jail or in jail or just come out, you get me? So just know what you're doing, man, because a lot of these beefs can turn crazy when they don't need to. So